are you all doing? My name is Brendakimbi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about 2020 in a wrap. So on today's video, we'll be sharing all the lessons, the challenges, all the good things and the bad things that happened in 2020. So it's a wrap. We're going to have a recap of what last year looked like. So now the fifth interesting thing that happened to me this year that I think it's very important I talk about it is this year I had a better understanding of who I am as a person. I know 2021 is definitely going to be bigger and better, but this year I got to a better understanding of my identity as a person, and it's very important for me because as a personal development coach that I am, one of the things I do definitely that I'll be sharing in other videos is most times you spend time pouring out that you don't really spend time to go to check within who you are as a person, like focusing on yourself. So it was very important for me this year because this year I had to, life stretched me in different ways, like how they would say before I got married, I was just all about myself. Like I was just all about myself. So who I was as a person was revealed to a very small extent. But because of marriage, because of work, because of responsibilities, handling both families, trying to blend and all of that, I was stretched to a point that I could see how far I can be as a person. Let me put it that way. Like the older you get, the bigger your responsibilities and the more you begin to see yourself, because you start having real life challenges. Like you begin to have real life challenges. So this year I really, that's the last thing I'm talking about. I really learned who I was as a person, because beginning from the engagement to planning the wedding and everything, so many things was not the same. It was no longer the Brenda who is all about herself, who is all about what she'll eat, or it was now a lot of things: managing your spouse, managing your work, managing family, managing your own self, managing all the people you mentor, managing so many things. It was just different, and seeing myself in that light and knowing that I can still be crushed, like I'll be so crushed and then something good can also come out of it. That's something that I was really proud of myself this year, understanding myself, being vulnerable to myself, owning it up, and then being vulnerable to my husband too, because sometimes it's easy to be vulnerable to yourself, but being vulnerable, like letting somebody come into your place of weakness, is what a lot of people don't do. And it's something I definitely did a lot this year, because I used to struggle a lot on my own, but I discovered that letting him come into my space of vulnerability helped me a lot, because he always know what to say. My husband is very supportive, by the way, so he will always know what to say, how to make me feel better, how to support me, be it physically, be it emotionally. Hobby has always been there. So yeah, coming to like the unveiling, though it's something that doesn't end until we die, but this year it was so real, like so clear. And with all the things that has been happening around us with COVID-19 and so many other things that have been happening around, like this year, no matter how fragile you are as a person, this year made so many people to be tough mentally and emotionally. Trust me. I remember there was a period, especially after the wedding, you could not just go out, you could not just go to certain places. Life, everything changed, the environment changed, the surroundings changed, the way of living changed. So many things changed. So 2020 in a wrap has been a beautiful year. It has been a beautiful year. That's talking about the good sides. But also this year, 2020, sorry, we're in 2021. But another thing, on the other side, on the challenging side, this year I lost lots of friends. Yeah. And that really hit me hard, because it's something I was not expecting. But I lost lots of friends. Though it's not something I regret, but I'm just happy it was part of the journey, because it made me it made me to be more self-reliant, because I used to be the kind of person who would always want to have company, and I trust people so much. So this year, 2020, I lost so many friends, and all of that started before the wedding, during the wedding preparations and all of that. God being so kind, I was how can I was prepared, because my elder sister spoke to me about it. My friends, especially some of my mentors, like people I look up to, they prepared me psychologically and emotionally that most times, especially when you've been single for some time and then life changes your status quo and everything, there are some friends you definitely lose, not because you're a bad person, not because they are bad, but because things have changed and life is taking you to another level. So I had some friends that I just lost like that. I don't know why, I don't know, but I lost some friends, and then that was something I didn't really anticipate, but life presented it to me the hard way. Another challenging side or another challenging effect that happened to me this 2020 is, in the year 2020 I had more responsibility, guys. I've never had more responsibility in my life like 2020. First my home, then my job, then my personal life, then my other businesses and the other things I do. I had a lot more responsibility this year, which, obviously most times at the word responsibility so many people cringe, because it's not easy. It comes with a lot of accountability, it comes with a lot of decision making, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. So this year I had a lot of responsibilities, Also, another side of the coin that happened this year is, this year I had to let go of myself more, and let go, being more present for those who matter. That's what marriage comes with, and it's not even about my husband, because my husband is not even a needy kind of person, but it's about so many other things. You like Marriage or responsibility makes you have a more, like, your heart becomes more open to other things. So because of that, you sacrifice more. You're more present for other things, especially, and if you're not careful, you always put yourself behind and always be there for other things. So that was something I'll never do. That was not my reality in 2019. 2019, the most I'll do is my siblings and my parents, but 2020, so many things changed. So guys, 2020 in a wrap, 2020 has been a beautiful year. It was a beautiful year. I learned a lot. Is there anything I would really want to change in 2020? Mm, I think the only thing I would really want to change in 2020 is, I would have loved to be more emotionally intelligent. Yeah, emotional intelligence is a word, right? Yeah, it's a thing. So I would have loved to be more emotionally intelligent in 2020. Why? Because most times my emotions were all over the place. I was like, in 2020, most of the times when I don't understand something, or when something gets hard, or when something gets challenging, especially when it's something that I can't figure out or I can't control, I'll find myself crying, or I'll just find myself being disappointed. I was constantly being disappointed at people. Like, trust me, I think I'm going. I don't know, but I think I'm going to do a video talking about, like how the whole wedding stuff. Like, it takes a lot of your emotions. Like, you find yourself, the people you don't expect to behave in a certain way, they are the ones behaving in that way. The ones you don't. So it's just a lot. Like, your relatives, your family members will just be throwing out all sorts of. You always have some people who will just disappoint you, and I'll get so disappointed that you have it on my emotions. I just thank God for my husband, because most times, especially sometimes with your friends, like the bridal train stress, or there was just a lot. So I would really wish I was more emotionally intelligent, or I had a better mastery of my emotions and my temperament in 2020 years, because that emotional intelligence side of me affected so many things, even with when I had to change my house of fellowship and everything. It was not easy, because life was already in a certain way, where I fellowship was already in a certain way, but because I came to this new place, they had their own way of doing things. I had to adjust a lot of things. So that emotional intelligence, understanding that everybody is not like you, everybody doesn't reason like you, everybody was not raised like you also have a problem, you also have your own shortcomings and all of that. So I feel all of that is under sorry about that. All of that is under emotional intelligence. So I just wish last year I was just more aware of my emotions and my temperament, and not letting what people do to me get to me so much. Yeah. and not getting what people do to me gets me so much, because I can be so analytical, and it will take me to so many dimensions. Trust me when I say so many dimensions which are not even necessary most times. So emotional intelligence is something that I would definitely love to do this year. So if you've watched this video until this point, I'm so happy you've watched. Thanks for taking your time to watch this video. If you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below. I'll be doing a video talking about the things I'll be doing a lot more 2021. I know this is something you want to watch. I'll be sharing some of the things. I don't call them resolutions. I'll talk some of the habits or some of the things I'll be incorporating in my daily routine that I've been doing it so far. Today is a few weeks into the month of January, and I've been so proud of myself so far. So you don't want to miss that video. Thanks for watching this video until this point. I would definitely want to know, what are some of the life-changing things that happened to you in the year 2020? Anyone I remember in the course of editing the video, I'll write it in the comment section. Just drop it in the comment section. What are some of the things that were life-changing for you, and what are some of the things that were life-breaking or life-challenging for you in the comment section. Until next time, please keep taking good care of yourself, keep taking care of your mental health. My name is Brenda Kimbi. You can follow me on different social media platforms. I'm on Facebook as Brenda Kimbi Official, on Instagram Brendakimbiofficial, YouTube, and other platforms that you can think of. You will definitely find me there as Brenda Kimbi Official. I am so happy talking back to you. What are some of the kind of contents you want to see on my channel? Just drop it in the comment section. I will definitely try to do something about it. Until next time, keep raising the bar, keep taking good care of yourself. Bye bye.